Please now stand for the academic procession.
In 1966, a student named Sheila Tompkinson started her studies here in Leeds Trinity. She's composed a prayer especially for these graduations. So, let us pray. We thank God for all the staff and students of Leeds Trinity University. A journey in time, a journey in learning and achievement, a journey of change. We pray that all here today continue to flourish through faith and trust in the Holy Trinity during this journey of hope in an ever-changing world. Amen.
Please be seated.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, guests and staff, I now declare the ceremony open. I invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Margaret House, to give her welcome address.
Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and especially you, our graduates, welcome to this, our 2016 graduation ceremony, which is celebrating the success of the Schools of Arts and Communications and Social and Health Sciences. But more importantly, it's my pleasure and honour to welcome you all here today to celebrating your individual successes and achievements in graduating from Leeds Trinity University. This is a day of joy and celebration following years of hard work and dedication. It's a day that everyone here at Leeds Trinity looks forward to with enormous pride and satisfaction, but also with some sadness as you're leaving us. This ceremony officially marks the formal completion of your studies and the beginning of fresh challenges as you start your new professional lives. But your future would not be secured without our distinguished past, and I'm delighted to announce that this year we will be celebrating our 50th anniversary. Leeds Trinity opened its doors as two separate Catholic teacher training colleges, All Saints and Trinity, in September 1966, with 2 principals, 24 staff, and an initial cohort of just under 300 students on this 43-acre campus. Over the years, the colleges responded to an ever-changing political and educational landscape, adding more subjects and specialisms to become the Leeds Trinity University that you are graduating from today. But today is all about you, and I want to talk to you about 3 things. Firstly, your achievement. Secondly, your support. And thirdly, your future. So firstly, your personal achievement in becoming a graduate of Leeds Trinity University. What you have achieved should not be underestimated. You have had to work very hard to earn your place in your chosen degree programme, competing against many others for your university place. Whilst gaining your place at university was an achievement in itself, once you arrived at the university, the hard work really began. Intellectually and mentally stimulating and demanding, studying for a degree requires a great deal of hard work, perseverance, and determination. It's also a major personal commitment and an investment in your future, one of the biggest, I think, many of you will ever make. But it demonstrates the confidence and belief that you have in your own abilities and in your future prospects. And now you've done it. Today is your day to celebrate. You thoroughly deserve your success, and I hope you all feel as proud of yourselves as we do of each and every one of you today. Today is also about welcoming you to the next phase of your relationship with Leeds Trinity. Leeds Trinity is your university and will be here for you whenever you need us, when your skills need refreshing, when you're ready for the next academic challenge. You now join a global community of over 24,000 Leeds Trinity graduates. They, like you, are exceptional individuals working in all sorts of organisations around the world. Their influence is felt in business boardrooms. They hold positions of influence in journalism, broadcasting, and the media, educate us in schools, colleges, and universities, care for our health and welfare, run social and sporting and voluntary organisations, work with children, young people, and families in a variety of settings, and create and run successful businesses of their own. So as a Leeds Trinity graduate, your future is bright and your opportunities are limitless. Both be confident and ambitious in your decisions, whether you have your future already mapped out or whether you're pausing before deciding what comes next. Secondly, today is all about the people who've supported you throughout your education journey. Parents, carers, grandparents, aunts and uncles, children, husbands, wives, partners, teachers and friends. You've all been there for our graduates throughout their entire education journey, a journey which started long before Leeds Trinity University and one which may continue for some to postgraduate studies or research. Your contribution to their achievement has been invaluable, and I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for always being there for our graduates during their time with us. I'm delighted to see so many of you here today to join in their celebrations, and I know there are many more in the auditorium as well. Thank you for being here for them yet again. So audience participation time now. So I'd like to ask all of the graduates if you would stand, turn and face your family and friends and join with me in showing our appreciation. Now, I have to say, if I was one of your family and friends, I wouldn't feel very appreciated. Come on, show them just how much you appreciate them. Thank you. I'm also honoured to share the altar with another group of people here today who've played a significant role in your success. These are my colleagues, your lecturers and tutors, who've been there for you throughout your studies, supporting you and providing you with knowledge and inspiration. I'd also like to thank our professional and support staff, without whom the delivery of your degree courses, and indeed events like today, simply would not be possible. I'm incredibly proud of the academic, professional and support staff here at Leeds Trinity University. They work hard to ensure your success, and again, I think it's fitting we show our appreciation. This time I would like the staff on the altar and those in the auditorium and in the chapel, if you could stand, and please, if you could join with me in again showing our appreciation. Thank you. The years that you have spent with us have been a time of great change and achievement for Leeds Trinity. But throughout our history, Leeds Trinity has been committed to providing the highest standards of teaching and academic excellence for our students. Last year, 95% of our graduates were in work or further study 6 months after completing their course. Over 70% started in graduate-level employment. Again, for the third year in a row, you, our graduates, have achieved a record number of first and upper second class awards. Well done to all of you. The university has been ranked 6th in the country by the Guardian League Table for value added, and this is an achievement which reflects the academic and pastoral support given to our students to help them to achieve to their very best. And the Student Satisfaction Survey puts Leeds Trinity's score once again exceeding the national average according to the latest National Student Survey. We're especially proud of this last accolade as it's one bestowed upon us by you, our students and graduands. I'd also like to take a few moments to recognise some of the achievements from across the university during this academic year. The International Olympic Committee has commissioned Dr. Paul Salisbury to undertake research into positive outcomes of unsuccessful Olympic game bids in cities around the world. One of our senior lecturers in broadcast media, Glyn Middleton, produced a Channel 5 documentary series which was shortlisted for 2 Royal Television Society Yorkshire Awards. He worked on a documentary, Body Donors, a 2-part series which followed the lives and deaths of 2 terminally ill individuals. We're very excited to have launched a new research centre this year, the International Research Centre for Interactive Storytelling, which was co-founded by Leeds Trinity's Professor Graham Roberts and Dr. Stefano Orderico. One of our students, Joe Edge, received the Duke of York Young Entrepreneur Award at a special ceremony in April for his business enterprise, Edgy Arts. 2 startup businesses involving Leeds Trinity students made it to the final of the Grad Factor, a government-endorsed competition that showcases the best university student entrepreneurs and startups. Holly Rowley was a finalist in the Women in Business category, and Trinity Vision, Leeds Trinity's student-led media production company, was chosen as a finalist in the Best Social Enterprise category. The first graduation ceremony of the Leeds Children's University, which is run by Leeds Trinity, was celebrated in December. 63 pupils aged between 7 and 14 took part in the ceremony, which began with the formal installation of England and Liverpool footballer James Milner as the first Leeds Children's University Chancellor. These are just some of the many successes of our students and staff from across the university that we're incredibly proud of. Finally, whilst we're rightly proud of our past achievements, both yours and ours, today we look forward to your future. We fully acknowledge and recognise that you're graduating in a time of great change. However, what has not changed is that Leeds Trinity graduates, you will have many, many opportunities open to you. Your degree has provided you with knowledge, professional experience, and highly sought-after graduate-level skills. The vocational focus of your degree has given you the best possible opportunity to be ready for the world of work, whether that's through your professional work placements that you've completed as part of your degree, or by volunteering in the UK or internationally. However, degrees aren't just about gaining academic skills and becoming employable. Throughout your time with us, you have become independent adults, more rounded individuals, and hopefully made friends for life. You've maybe even met your future partner. These life experiences are just as important as the academic merits of a degree, and I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say it's been a pleasure to watch you all develop and grow into inspiring individuals with bright futures ahead of you. Whilst we have developed and grown over the last 50 years, one thing remains constant: our complete commitment to developing highly employable graduates who are able to make a significant and lasting contribution to society. It is why this university exists and why we are so proud of you on this your special day. Your future is very bright indeed, of that I have absolutely no doubt. You only need to look at the successes of the 24,000 fellow alumni to see the lifetime value and impact of your qualification. So today we celebrate the success of you, our 2016 graduates. Everyone at Leeds Trinity appreciates that life is far from easy for today's students. Learning is a personal challenge. All of you will have faced your own particular challenges, and all of you have overcome them. Your family and friends will have supported you. Many of you will have had to work to pay your way through your studies. All of you will have made sacrifices to ensure your success today. Please remember this moment and this day. Remember the people who are around you and who have been on this journey with you, and the many others who've supported you and contributed to your success today. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. Everyone here at Leeds Trinity is immensely proud of you and your success. Look to the future with optimism and take your talents out to the world. You are all exceptional people. Congratulations, well done, and the very best of luck.
We now move to the conferment of the awards for our graduates. I invite Dr. John Porter to present awards from the Centre of Media, Film and Culture.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the following. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Digital and Social Media, I present Clayton Bull. Robert Collins. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize, Joseph Edge. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Film and Television Studies, I present Jonathan Driver. Liam Gowling. James Johnson. David Kenny. Ashley Preston. Rebecca Price. Carly Webber. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize, Elizabeth Parsons. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Film Studies, I present Hanan Ashraf. Thomas Downton. Louis Hudson. Brandon Middleditch. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize, Lucy Gerard. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Media, I present Lauren Birdsall. Jordan Burke. Molly Cliff. Max Cousins. Amy Fryer. Hannah Gill. Orla Headley. Jessica Lehman. Sally Leishman. Christopher Lissman. Hannah McKenna. Morgan Mitchell. Philippa Platten. Jacob Rollinson. Chester Sherburn. Emily Spencer. Rachel Tiplady. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize. Thomas Inroll. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Media and Marketing, I present Itzaz Adriz. Andrew Allen. Hani Kaur Bulaa. Olivia Kauki. Thomas Haig. Theo Kidd. Jessica Reed. Rihanna Sheldrake. Natasha Stead. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize. Oliver Whittington. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Television Production, I present Sophie Billingsley. Chad Bronson. Jazz Brown West. Samuel Eastwood. Ben Hayes. Sarah Hicks. Emily Hill. Oksana Maggiera. Francis Molyneux. Rory Nevin. Callum Newsom. Kate Roberts. James Rounds. Amy Sherry. The following graduate is also a recipient of the Programme Prize, Jeanette Line. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards from the Centre of Media, Film and Culture.
I now invite Dr. Emma Roberts to present awards from the Department of Business, Management and Marketing.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Accounting and Business, I present Abigail Bagnall. Paula Brooks. Aaron Gill. Jessica Harper. Christopher Humphreys. Gary Laverty. Chang Yu Liu. Madeline Lubomsky. Brona McKinney. Callum Neal. Liam Ruane. Robert Stalker. Bethany Walsh. And the following graduate is also the recipient of the Programme Prize, Olivia Langan. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business, I present Gareth Craven. Megan Eyre. Hannah Harrison. Elizabeth Payne. And the following graduate is also the recipient of the programme prize, Kaylee MacDonald. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management, I present Abdul Rahman Al-Kawari. Razan Al-Ghamdi. Saeed Al-Jahaish. Maria Mantuni. Amy Baxter. Keely Bell. Edward Booth. Cameron Cooper. Georgia Healy. Matthew Hines. Daniel Hurley. Dave Kagai. Benjamin Kay. Joseph Kendrew. Roxanne Matthews. Thomas Milner. Danielle Murgatroyd. Natasha Nirinkuti. Ashley Noble. Gurdit Rathor. Charlotte Rogan. Holly Shearer. Lucy Short. Niall Stamp. Christopher Stott. And the following graduate is also the recipient of the programme prize, Sabrina Brock. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Marketing, I present Christopher Aradipiotis. Nadeem Iqbal. Ash Jordan. Lewis Kelly. Matthew Mills. Lucy Morris. Francis O'Dowd. Latifat Owalad. Jamie Russell Buchanan. Sean Stewart. Ryan Wilby. And the following graduate is also the recipient of the programme prize. Thomas Donegan. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards from the Department of Business Management and Marketing. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I am now pleased to present the following graduates who are the recipients of prizes. For the School of Social and Health Sciences Prize, which is for the top performing student across the whole school, I present Jessica Harper. And for the Vice-Chancellor's Prize, which goes to the top performing student across the whole university, of the Accounting and Business Programme, Madeline Lubomsky. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards and prizes from the Department of Business Management and Marketing.
I now invite the Chancellor, Mrs. Gabby Logan, to give her address.
Thank you. Vice-Chancellor, governors, all the academic staff who've done such an incredible job for you all, and to you, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, sisters, brothers, boyfriends, girlfriends, well done on getting these guys here to this stage. But well done to all of you as well, sitting there now proudly with your degrees, the end of what I hope has been a fabulous journey with ups and downs, as your journey will continue to have over the next few years. Now, about 21 years ago, I graduated, and 3 days later, I started my first proper job. I'd worked in broadcasting a little bit during my degree, but I was the host of a breakfast show on a radio station in Newcastle called Metro FM, which is a bit like kind of the old Radio Air. It's the big commercial station of that city. And so I gave myself 3 days off and started work on the Monday morning at 5 o'clock for my new role as a breakfast show host, and absolutely loved it. This was my dream job. I was going to give it a year, see how it went, and if things didn't work out, I was going to go off to law school. And after a month, I got my first paycheck, which is about the most exciting thing, I think, that can happen as a young adult, when you get a piece of paper and it tells you what you've earned that month. And then about an hour later, I got a letter in the post from my mum, and she'd itemised everything that I said I'd pay her back over the 3 years at university. I kid you not. Newspapers, the odd Chinese takeaway, a top here and there, some petrol. And I thought it was a joke, so I rang her up, and no, she was adamant, good old Yorkshire Leeds woman as she is, that I was going to pay my debts back. So I hope I'm just telling you this story now, so if any of your parents have got any ideas like this, they'll be too shamed and embarrassed to do that to you when you get your first paycheck. But it did teach me a lesson. It taught me that I was going to have to pay my way, I was going to have to work hard, and I was going to have to stick to my promises. If I said I was going to pay somebody back, then I'd have to do that. It also made me realise I was going to probably have to work a bit harder to enjoy the things that I'd enjoyed as a student, and if I wanted to fill my car up with petrol. So it led to me becoming somebody who said yes quite a lot to things. So when they asked me at work if I could do something, an extra shift, I would take it because I wanted to get as much experience as possible. And when I look back to that first year in local radio, and also local television, because I was lucky enough to get opportunities with Tyne Tees radio, I did say yes to an awful lot of things that perhaps I shouldn't have done. One of them that springs out was a show I did where I did a strand called Gabbing with Gabby, which was ostensibly a chat show strand within a show where I would speak to local celebrities or local famous people over dinner, which first of all, is not a very good idea because, as we explain to all our young children, don't speak with your mouth full. So going out to dinner with famous people wasn't a particularly great look, you know, when you had kind of rice dribbling out of your mouth as you were asking Steve Cram a really serious, poignant question. Also, the series, after a while, it became apparent, wasn't going to last that long if we were strict about them having to come from the northeast. So in the end, it was people who just were going up the A1. Mick Hucknall's in town, get him on. So it was good fun, and I was enjoying it. And one day, while I was in the office about to edit one of the interviews, the producer had a strand he wanted to do, which was jousting with the world jousting champion. So he looked around the office and he said, "Can anybody ride?" And my hand, before I knew what it was doing, had shot up in the air like this. The most I'd ever done was go on a kind of fairground ride, patted a horse or maybe a donkey on the beach. And so he said, "Okay, great. You're jousting with the world jousting champion on Thursday." This was Monday. So I had 3 days to become an expert horsewoman. As you can imagine, that didn't work out too well. We ended up recording the piece with me chatting to him, holding the reins of the horse, which I still did quite badly. But the point was, I was saying yes to things, and I was putting myself in a position where I wasn't feeling very comfortable. It's not very comfortable when a 16-2 horse puts his hoof on your foot, and then you have to carry on the interview. But through that year, I became quite brave and said yes to lots of different things. And the only reason I ended up in sports broadcasting was because the producer of the sports section could see that I really loved sports. So he said to me, "Why don't you come down to St James's Park on Saturdays and you can do the touchline interviews after the match with the players?" So I was like, "What? And get paid? This is a job." And he said, yeah, you'll get paid a shift. So I was doing 5 days on the breakfast show, and then on Saturdays for the home matches, I was doing touchline interviews. It didn't really feel like a job. It felt like I was having a nice day watching the football and speaking to footballers. And it was there that I was spotted by Sky Sports, who then offered me the opportunity after a year to go down to London, do a screen test, and start working for Sky Sports. If I hadn't said yes to all those different things, I don't think I would be doing the job I'm doing now. Maybe I would have gone back to law school and I wouldn't have followed my dreams and my hopes and realised my ambitions. And sometimes it feels a bit scary, and sometimes you don't know whether you've got it in you to do it. But until you do, until you say yes, you'll never know. And I think the thing that holds a lot of us back is being a bit scared of failing. But we should never, ever, ever be scared of failing. Some of the greatest things around us, some of the best inventions have only come through failure. And I hate saying that word because actually it's just not getting things right the first time. Thomas Edison took 700 attempts until he got the light bulb that we all know and love. And when he was interviewed about this afterwards, a very cocksure journalist said, "Mr. Edison, you failed 700 times. He said, "No, 700 times I worked out that wasn't going to be the way this light bulb would work until I got to the 701st time, and that was the one that worked." And we can always turn our situations around like that. Maybe at home you have a Dyson cleaner. Well, obviously Mr. Dyson himself is now worth billions, and he took 20 years to get the patents for his machines. And now he is producing machines that sell all around the world. He's obviously a multi-billionaire, and he's revolutionized a part of the market. J.K. Rowling took 12 publishers. 11 publishers sent her rejection letters back about Harry Potter. Imagine if after the third or fourth letter she thought, "Well, stuff this for a game of soldiers. I'm going to go write for the local newspaper, or I'm going to just send articles into women's magazines." No, she carried on and she pursued her dreams. We will always all fail. We will always all have disappointments, but it's what we take from those disappointments, it's what we learn from those situations that are going to make us the people we want to be. And never, ever stop dreaming. Dream big, set your goals high, and reach for them, because you all have immense capability and you have incredible talents. Believe in yourselves, because this university believes in you and will always be here to support you. I wish you all the very, very best of luck in everything you do. And thank you all so much for representing Leeds Trinity. Thank you.
Chancellor, for an inspiring address. I now invite Lizzie Parsons and Rebecca Price, students of the graduating cohort, to give the vote of thanks.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, academic staff, family, friends and graduates of 2016, good morning.
Firstly, we would like to thank John Poulter and the Department of Media, Film and Culture for asking us to deliver this vote of thanks together and recognising that the two of us have always come as a package deal.
When we were thinking about our graduation, we were never expecting to be standing here giving this speech, but we feel very pleased to be doing so.
We have been friends for many years and share very similar interests. Whilst we were both keen to further our education and to pursue a career in the media, neither of us were expecting to end up on the same course, let alone at the same university.
When we first came to Leeds Trinity University, we weren't nervous, as we knew we had each other if we were to struggle. However, we were keen to not rely on our existing friendship. We wanted to make our own friends, create our own experiences, and have our own independent journeys during our 3 years here.
University is an exciting time for most people, and an experience that will stay with every graduate in this room for the rest of their lives. Our experiences at university have taught us so many important life lessons, as well as what we've learned during our academic study.
You become more independent in every aspect of your life, from learning how to measure the correct amount of rice to cook for one person, to successfully using a tumble dryer without shrinking your clothes.
You learn the importance of managing your finances and making living off £10 a week and still affording a night out a fine art.
We've left university feeling like proper adults who can take care of ourselves without as much help and support from our parents that we so heavily relied on before we came here, and we even book our own doctor's appointments now.
Film and television is one of the most important and enjoyable aspects of our lives. It can provoke every emotional response that a person can have, and one of the best feelings for us was attending university lectures with our course friends and tutors who were just as passionate about our subject as we were.
Perhaps one of the most enjoyable things about attending a 9 a.m. lecture when you'd been out the night before and you were feeling tired and hungover was talking to your friends and lecturers about what you'd been doing outside of your study time and the latest developments in the world of media.
Whether these conversations were about the latest episode of a television show you'd all been watching, anticipation for upcoming releases, or finding out which episode someone who just started watching your favourite programme had got up to, it was a complete joy sharing so much time with other people that you had so much to talk about with.
It wasn't only our course mates we became friends with, but our lecturers too. We feel very lucky to have had each and every one of the academics who taught us throughout our time here. Our lectures didn't feel like a chore or like a student and teacher class, but like sitting in a room learning more about our interests with a group of people that we genuinely like to be around.
Our lecturers were fantastic because they didn't just have an academic understanding of their topic. They had lots of real-life experience in different areas of the industry, all of which they were more than happy to share with their students. They passed on more than just their intellectual knowledge with us, and for the valuable lessons we learned from their life experiences, we will always be grateful.
Leeds Trinity University is also small enough that everybody knew who everybody else was. Lecturers didn't have classes with 70 people in them, and so they all knew each and every student personally. We've never had tutors who have had so much time for us as students. However busy they were, we always felt that we were welcome to make appointments to see them about our work or to just pop into their office for a general chat.
In most cases, a 10-minute appointment would turn into 10 minutes going through whatever aspect of our academic study we needed help or advice with, another 10 minutes excitingly talking about how great Breaking Bad is, or how excited we were to binge watch Series 4 of House of Cards all on the same day that it was released.
We can only hope that in our future careers we're lucky enough to work with as many kind and talented people who get just excited about parks and recreation as we do. And we'd like to thank each and every person who we shared time with here for helping create a truly memorable university experience. You've all been wonderful friends.
There's often a stigma around media degrees that they're easy, and people would often comment that all we do is watch TV all day without doing any real academic work. Whilst we do choose to watch a lot of film and television until you've stayed up all night writing an essay about the changing television landscape or spent months articulately planning and creating a film or radio segment,
you couldn't even begin to understand how much work and effort we have all put into gaining our degrees that are equally as valuable as every other degree out there.
After all, you wouldn't have Netflix or the Marvel franchise without people who have dedicated years of their lives studying not only how the industry and its audience works, but what audiences want and what can be created that makes the media more accessible to everybody.
We never thought we'd achieve as much as what we have at university. We'd like to thank the lifelong friends that we've made here and thank all of our families and friends who've helped us along the way.
Thank you to everybody in this room for sharing such a special time with us all. And thank you for listening to the two of us deliver this speech. We'd like to finish with a quote from one of our favourite and most inspirational characters, Parks and Recreation's Leslie Knope.
Teddy Roosevelt once said, "Far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is a chance to work hard at work worth doing." And I would add that what makes work worth doing is getting to do it with the people that you love.
Thank you and congratulations, class of 2016.
Thank you, Lizzie and Rebecca, for your lovely speech. I now invite Mr. Ian Barrow, the Chair of the Board of Governors, to say a few closing remarks.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the academic procession, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Governors of Leeds Trinity University, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate you, our newest graduates. We hope that you are proud of your achievement. You have worked very hard for this day, and we rightly praise you for your commitment and application. Today's graduation ceremony is an occasion that you and your family and friends will never forget, and rightly so. Your degree represents a significant step forward in your life. It will create opportunities and pathways that may not otherwise have been available. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Lizzie and Rebecca for an excellent vote of thanks. It is very pleasing to hear their reflection on the personalised education that they received here at Leeds Trinity. Personalised education has been at the heart of our ethos for 50 years, and I hope that Lizzie and Rebecca's experience is one shared by all graduates with us here today. You all took a very important step in planning your education and laying the foundations for your career by choosing to study at Leeds Trinity University. By graduating today, you have built on this foundation and therefore created more career opportunities for your working life. It is now again up to you to take the next step in your career with the same resolve and determination. With that positive thought, and on behalf of everyone associated with the university, I wish you every success and happiness in your future. You have earned it and you deserve it. We hope that you have all enjoyed your special day and that the memories of your time at Leeds Trinity University will inspire you to even greater achievement. It is now my pleasure to invite you and your guests to join us in the atrium, where we will continue the celebrations with a reception. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony. Please stand for the academic procession.